Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy 15. Now, I have remembered what the dynamo we collected in the last episode was for, and it is to upgrade the Bioblaster. Now, if you've not got the Bioblaster yet, you can get it from just here, literally just above the entrance to... Is it Kikatric Caverns? The very first dungeon you go to as part of the main storyline. So you can collect it literally from exactly where Prompto is stood there. So that is what that is for. Now I'm going to go and drop that off at with Cid. Also a high elixir over here as well. So what we can do now is we can go back to the map and we can travel back to the car. Just so we don't lose the car. And then we'll travel across the Hammerhead and hand the Bioblaster and the Dynamo over to Cid. And then that should give us the improved Bioblaster as well, which will be a massive improvement for Prompto. Also, what we need to do is we need to raid a vendor somewhere and pick up loads of potions and so forth. Is there a vendor here? No, just a guy selling weapons. I think that's about it, really. So let's travel back to... Let's travel back over now to Hammerhead. We'll leave this one.
The roads are perilous at night. Let us wait for morning.
Disagree.
I won't stop you, but there's a thin line betwixt bravery and stupidity.
We're fine. We're going to fast travel anyway, be fine. We're going to fast travel, we'll be fine. Oh, we can't do auto. Okay. Okay, we'll stay here for the night then. I'm not driving all the way there. Let us kip for the night in this caravan. We should go up another level here as well, because we've picked up quite a bit of XP of recent.
King's Knight? Oh yeah, I'm game.
In that case, I'll join you.
Yep, 4 men in a small caravan. I'm not going to go any further than that. Boom. Not done very well for finesse recently, have we? That's my problem on a lot of games, I'm not very finesse. So quite a bit of XP, we're going to get 1.2% increase, well, which is not massive, but should be enough to get us up at least 1 level, maybe even scraping 2. Oh, Noctis is very, very close to get up to. I don't know why Gladiolus struggled for XP in that one. He seemed to get less than everyone else, but...
Iris.
I don't know.
This place really grew on
Let's get a picture of Hurley from Lost. We'll keep him. Anything else good?
Man, this place was
Oh, that's pretty cool.
with
Just
nasties.
as the flans are spawning. And then we should be able to fast travel them back to Hammerhead in the morning and hand over the Bioblaster and the Dynamo. Obviously, the more we level up, the stronger we become as well. We're going to go to map point. We're going to go down to Hammerhead, like so. So I wonder if we're going to end up going towards the meteor site at some point. I wonder if that's... So I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 in my head and try not to get 47, but at the same time I'm not 100% sure if that's possible, but there you go. We'll soon see what happens. I'm not going to tell you just in case you don't know, because I want to spoil the surprises, but it could be what I think it is. I suppose. We'll wait and find out. Of course, we are going to have a special Bioblaster now, which is going to be a massive improvement. Now, I do know that you have to do a certain amount of missions before Cid calls you. It isn't about time, it's about missions. I think it's 2 missions between you doing this and Cid calling you. So if I run over and give the Bioblaster to Cid with the Dynamo...
Whoa. Nif make this time? Is there nothing you lot won't pick up? Anywho, show me the parts and I'll show you serious firepower.
Okay, Cid can modify mechanical weapons, upgrade the Bioblaster, but it might take a while. Give Cid the Dynamo and the Bioblaster.
Hand over your weapon and I'll get to work.
So there we go. Cid is now working on the Bioblaster. I believe it takes 2 missions to for Cid to complete that. So what we can do is we can just pick up a couple of hunts. Just while I got those letters right around. I've been slowing my words the last few episodes, but thankfully I got those right around. I haven't done your quest yet, actually, no.
If you all bring back enough of the
Quest, I
stuff,
wanna be quest.
I'd be set for quite some time.
Shut up. No, I don't want to do quest. I want to just talk to you. Talk, there we go.
Oh, it's just y'all.
Yeah, it's just me, yeah. I want to do a couple of
Want to
hunts.
help out with some
So
varmints?
we do this level 2 one, then what we can also do is what I was doing a couple of episodes ago and just walk back and forth and see if we can get that cactuar to spawn again and get the cactuar needle for the auto
alert.
crossbow. I don't think we're going to need it now because I think I think it might be Prompto can either use the Bioblaster or the automatic crossbow, not both. And I don't think Ignis can use either. Oh, Ignis has got the drain lance
Make
anyway.
tracks.
It's just
Ignis, we're going.
On my way.
maybe it's just the yeah. So how? I would have thought they could all use one of these special weapons, but it doesn't look like they can.
Real nice here.
Yeah.
I may go a little bit quiet because I'm trying to listen for the sound of the cactuar. He's a rare spawn, don't get me wrong. It's easier to get it after chapter 4 because that's when you get a thing called a beast whistle, I believe,
Guys, we
which
got a little
makes
problem
things
over here.
spawn around you.
You'll take care of
We
it.
don't think we're too far away.
That wasn't part of the deal.
What can I say?
A bit of drain lance work there. I'll get eliminated. That's one of my favourite little bits at the
Sounds
end
like
now.
you're
Just
having fun.
Prompto doing the little the little bit you get at the end after you've defeated a boss on this game. That's pretty cool, that. So yeah, we need to defeat this mission twice and then sleep, and that should prompt Sid to give us a phone call and tell us that the Bioblaster is completed. So yeah, the dynamo. I knew the dynamo was for something, but I couldn't remember what it was. And it's amazing to think that I watched a video ages ago, and I just so happened to recognise the part of the map and that big snake. And that big snake was something that we were not going to defeat at that point in time. We do need to do a few things though to make ourselves better. I think we need to obviously purchase some health items, some potions and high potions, and we also need to we need to start crafting some magic as well. And I'm going to admit that I still do not know how to craft magic, so I'm going to have to find that out. So I'm going to have to watch a video on how to do it, because I know there's something you need. It keeps saying I need an empty flask, but I don't know where to buy the empty flask from. I've been to all the different vendors and I can't find them anywhere. Do I have to craft them maybe? I don't know.
I can tell you all about the area.
So let's do the same hunt once again, and then that should do us then.
Much obliged. Things I can tell you.
Quest destination has been marked on your map. I don't know what that was. Retrieve lost dog tag. Okay. Ah, okay. So he's actually told us where the quest marker is for a different quest. That's interesting. It's very interesting. No, I'm not taking the chocobos for this run because I want to spend as much time in each area as possible because of the possibility of spawning the cactuar.
Better make tracks. Ignis, we're
Oh
going.
god,
On my way.
my beer is repeating on me. So last time the cactuar did spawn just about here. We must have got lucky because it was literally the first time we came down here, and since then we've been up and down quite a few times. I've done it off camera quite a few times as well, and still I've had nothing. But having the beast whistle
Cut it
does
out,
mean
man.
that it will spawn more freely, because you can basically the beast whistle just spawns enemies near you to start off with, so it's pretty handy to have around.
Head bashing. Watch this.
Ooh.
You're on fire today.
No big
I
deal.
know, Gladiolus. Still a
Back
C on
to
finesse though.
Right.
And even did like a cartwheel halfway through that. How was that only a C in finesse? That's harsh, isn't it, really? Ah, so you see the little bar now around our royal arms. That is now going around. That is the... Was it the Armitage? Armister? I can't remember what it was now. It was Arm something or other. And that increases our attacks and all sorts when we fill the bar completely. I suppose that is going to be our limit break, I suppose. My controls got inverted there for a second. Seems got a bit funny, I don't know. So no Cactuar once again, that's a shame. No. Well, I heard a noise then, I just realised it's the in-game music, not Cactuar. I do believe Cactuars are more commonly found first thing in the morning during sunrise. That's sort of 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock maybe, or 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock sort of time frame is the best time to do it.
Wanna come shopping with me, big guy?
Yeah, sure.
So let's hand this stuff over to the big guy.
Oh,
Complete our hunt.
just y'all.
Boom.
Y'all did good.
And again, this is going to greatly improve our attack now by having this stronger Bioblaster. So I don't know who's going to equip
What
the
can I do you
Bioblaster.
for?
Because it seems that only one of these guys can, but it seems pointless to have the Bioblaster, the auto crossbow, and the circular saw as mechanical weapons. You only have one of the 4 guys being able to. Obviously, Noctis can use any weapon that you want him to, but it just seems pointless to have that if only Ignis, not Ignis, or Prompto can use them.
Hey, this one's pretty good.
There's a nice picture, actually.
I dig it too.
I like that one. I want to save some pictures for some big fights, though, because I bet there's going to be some good pictures of like Colossus and Leviathan and people like that. There we go, the phone is ringing. That'd be good, Sid, man.
Hey, Prince, your weapon's ready. Come and get it.
Okay, I'm on my way. Lazy git ringing me. I'm only ever here, man. Come on.
Morning.
Back at ya.
So because we keep doing these missions, we end up losing quite a lot of our Chocobo rental hire.
There y'all are. Here's your weapon now.
There's a better Bioblaster and 2,000 XP as well. Good times finding that dynamo, I'll tell you. Bioblaster Plus. Now, I don't believe that gets any better,
If
does it?
y'all are having car trouble, Cindy's your girl.
No, the Bioblaster Plus is the best that it possibly gets. Okay, gear now. Who can equip it? That's the question. Not you. Not you. You can. Wow, 339 damage. Woo! Well, Prompto's looking good. So now Prompto has that. Ignis, I keep trying to call him Mark. Ignis has the Drain Lance. So I can change techniques, can't I? But you have to unlock them through. Then you have to unlock them through the AP screen. So it's only really Gladiolus who hasn't got a. But then again, he has pretty strong weapons anyway. He does a lot of damage. So that's going to make these 2 guys look pretty good. Now we don't actually need to bother now with Cactuar needles because that's already what we got. Is what we got. That's all we need, isn't it? Do you sell healing items at all? No, you only sell this sort of stuff.
Hey, come again.
Makes me wonder, you know, if we travel to somewhere that's further in the game, do you reckon we'll just be able to buy better weapons and armor straight off the bat? Do you reckon that'll work, or are you just car parts, or will you sell me?
See you again.
No, you will sell me potions and so forth. Okay, I would like to purchase 25 of these potions.
Much appreciated.
Let's have another 3 Phoenix Downs, and screw it, let's have another 20 high potions. Because we don't want to run out of potions.
Please
That'd
come
be
again.
terrible.
Have a look
Right,
at
we
this,
good now.
Noct.
And do you sell these things called magic flasks?
Have yourselves a good browse.
Empty flasks. No. Ingredients. Nope. Repair kits. Nope. Original soundtracks. Ooh. I don't know if I like that or not. Advanced colour samples.
Thank you
What is that?
kindly.
We're looking good now. We are looking good. So let's return to Lastalum. No, I don't want to refuel. I want to get in the car. Okay, auto. Should be able to fast travel to Lastalum, so it shouldn't take us too long. Ah, there's roadblocks in there, so you can't get to certain areas. So we can't get up to, for example, here, which may end up having... See, that was my thought. I don't know if I finished that thought. I sort of stopped myself halfway through. Obviously, if we drove straight to Lastalum earlier on, we could have got these stronger weapons, would have made the rest of the game earlier for us. Was that the waterfall one, was it? Yeah, that was the waterfall one. Way of Gods and Kings, okay. So let's fast travel back to... Oh, God. I wish... There's some things in this game that are just a little bit more complicated than they need to be. And I've had that before. I've been playing a Final Fantasy game on my phone as well. It's Final Fantasy the Brave and something or other like that. And again, it's just been a bit of a pain. It's... it sometimes takes things that should be pretty simple and it makes them complicated. For example, I paid like £25–30 and brought like a few extra things to the game. As you do on phone apps that you play a lot, I generally pay a little bit of money to get a little bit of a boost with. And I brought all this stuff and I couldn't figure it out because it wasn't in my inventory and I could not figure it out for the life of me. And it turns out once you've purchased it, you have to go into a different screen to claim it. It's like, why not just let you have it straight away? Why have they created this extra screen that just confuses everyone? That's the confusing thing, but there you go. Oh, Raw's on at the moment. I'll have to keep an eye out for that then. God. These loading screens, they have to take a long time, don't they? Well, it's a lot quicker than driving there, I suppose, isn't it? I want to get in a fight now and try this new Bioblaster out. Unfortunately, you can't make it someone's number one weapon.
Up on potions and stuff.
Nice.
Done that
Being
already,
helpful
mate.
for a change.
What do you mean for a change?
Done that already, mate. Completed it, mate. So I did see there was another mission on our map, wasn't there? Whereabouts is that? That is actually by the weapons vendor. I should travel up there first, maybe, and get that mission. I don't intend on doing it. I'm just trying to stick to the main storyline at the moment, but if there's a mission that's sort of in the same area as something else, then we'll do it there. Where are we going to go? Down this way, maybe? Or is it the wrong... It's not the wrong way. I only can do this way.
Man, that hurts.
Another headache.
This is not normal.
I'm having a lot of headaches recently. That's got to be something storyline based, isn't it, by having these headaches? Because we are having sort of like images of what it looks like the meteor site they keep mentioning.
Heard the wife got a promotion. Congrats.
Hey,
Quest.
buddy. Got a moment? What is it? I could use a little help restocking. It's low volume stuff, too small for wholesale. I ask my customers all the time. How it works is I tell you what I need and you bring it when you can. Simple, right?
Okay, we can do that. Slay bullets. Okay.
Ravito. It's a proper mountain. One day, I'm gonna climb it.
Right, so we'll come across here now and finish off this mission. So we have gained a brand new weapon. Everyone's looking pretty good health-wise now as well. Ignis and Gladiolus have got decent health, and obviously Prompto is now over 1,000 as well, which is good to see. And we've got a lot of potions now, so we're not going to worry too much going into places. That was why we struggled, I think, so much with the last dungeon. It wasn't because our guys are not high enough level. I think we're probably a bit over level for that. We just didn't have any sort of health regaining items. You'd always get one thing that would hit pretty hard here and there. We probably could have defeated that snake thing if we had health items as well. If we had some potions and that beforehand. Let's get into the cutscene, see what they've got to say.
Prince Noctis! Welcome back!
Your story came to a happy end.
Well, well.
We owe you, Talcott.
You're welcome.
We owe you, Talcott.
You're welcome.
Is that it? Whoa, it's Colossus.
Not again.
What's the matter? You alright?
He'll be fine, don't worry. But we ought to take a closer look at this so-called disc.
Then look no further than the Outlook. We can use the viewer things.
No substitute for being on site, but it would be a start. Let's see what we can glean of Nox's condition.
So head down to the Outlook. So we're not even... That's not the completed mission now. It's still completing the same one. We get some nice bit of XP at the end of this. That'd be nice. Level ourselves up even more. I've just run straight into a lamppost. Can I jump over this? No, don't jump over that. See, that's a good question, a good lesson for everyone there. Don't jump over any wall you can't see the... I'll tell you what. Oh, to go off on one for a second, that happened when I was out with some friends once in a local town for a night out. And there was a wall about this high and we couldn't see over the other end. And a friend of mine, he was off his face, drunk as anything. He jumped over one of these little walls and did not realise there was an 8-foot drop on the other side into a graveyard. Oh my god, it was terrifying and funny at the same time. Just to see him just disappear over the top, you couldn't write it. You really couldn't. It was, say he was really, really drunk and he just disappeared, and it was hilarious at the time. Until you realise, it's this guy
What
again.
a coincidence.
I'm not so sure it is.
Aren't nursery rhymes curious things? Like this one. From the deep, the Archean calls. Yet on deaf ears the god's tongue falls. The king made to kneel, in pain he crawls.
So how do we keep him on his feet?
You need only heed the call. Visit the Archean and hear his plea. I can take you.
We in?
I don't know.
We take a ride?
But watch our backs.
Fair enough.
Let's do it.
I'm not one to stand on ceremony, but such an occasion calls for an introduction. Please, call me Arden. Come with me to the car park. That's where I left my automobile. She's a dear old thing. Pales next to your regalia, but she's never let me down. So, we take 2 vehicles, a convoy of sorts, shall we?
Okay. So this is the guy we met earlier on in the game in... it was down by the port, wasn't he, when we went originally to get the ferry to go and meet Luna Freya? It was a bit crazy, really, that he's turned up once again. Obviously, he's a bit more integral to the main storyline than what they give out. And he looks incredibly cool as well, doesn't he? Which car's his, then? The white one? No, it's the red one. Do we follow him to his car, or do we get in our car? Talk to him? No, don't
All
jump,
set.
talk. Let's drive with Arden, he might give us some more
Allow
storyline.
me to do the honor of assigning your driver. I choose you.
What if I ride with you?
You might find the cab fare to be more than you bargained for.
Okay, 2 AP
You
points,
drive
we're
your
in.
car and I drive mine. With that decided, let us be off.
So he's not going to let us in his car then. 500 XP, the open world. Okay, all that is we've just earned, but we've got something. And it's going to finish it off there. And talking of finishing off there, we might do that as well, as everyone levels up, apart from Gladiolus. I don't know why he struggled to get a bit more XP than everyone else. I'm not quite sure why. He's not far behind though, so it's not a major problem. Everyone else has leveled up, which has improved obviously their attack power and their HP, which is fantastic. Like I said, I know this is a bit of a shorter episode than normal, but I feel like we're about to hit something very important. This is the end of the chapter though, so we'll just finish off this screen. I feel like we're going to hit something pretty important right now. New chapter is going to begin, which is going to be... That's a pretty cool picture, actually. a new chapter's going to begin, which is going to be in a big loading screen as well. So I'm going to save all this for next episode, episode 20. Hopefully in a couple of days' time I will see you all there. All 7 of you. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this one, then please do hit the like button, let me know. And of course, if you are new around here, then hit that subscribe button as well. I believe we're going to be hitting the chapter 4 very, very soon, so do join me for that. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all very, very soon for another episode of Final Fantasy 15.